Hello and welcome to your nightly adult entertainment here at the Guardian Talk Radio. This is episode number 55. Holy shit. We had number 55, people. That's where we at. And I am your humble host and Hunter Main Armalite. And tonight's topic is going to be Solar 3.0. Boom. What's crack-a-lackin'? Nobody says that. That was not cool. I'm so sorry. Who the fuck says what's crack-a-lackin'? That makes no fucking sense. Like, seriously. Okay. So, alright. So, tonight we are going to be talking about Solar 3.0. Dropped for us for season 17. Pretty dope. And I'm really enjoying it myself alone. But the question is actually like what I have been seeing a lot either on the internet, which of course we all know what that's all about. But is Solar 3.0 is it over underwhelming? You know, I understand English is hard, but is it underwhelming compared to Void 3.0? Because Void 3.0 was chef's kiss, fucking awesome. Okay, now we got Solar 3.0. And so far, as far as I've gotten personally, I guess you could say, it's actually not too bad. I'm getting a rhythm, you know, doing the whole thing. It's like trying something new, trying to get that flow, you know, that flow that we all enjoy. And I'm trying different weapons, you know, like right now I got like the mini tool. I'm using that, the SMG, which is kind of weird because I typically don't like using SMGs like ever, but I'm actually using one. Yeah, typically it's actually taking me more away from bow and hand cannon, but that being said, I do enjoy a good bow and hand cannon when it comes to PvP. That's just my jam. Alright, I just enjoy bow and hand cannon and PvP and the Crucible. So I was actually, before I get too ahead of myself, allow me to come over here to start a stage here on my Discord, which link will be in the description, and you're more than welcome to just hop in there and, you know, hit me up personally or just chat. You know, I really want to get the Discord alive. I want to really bring it to life, but unfortunately it's a little dead right now. So okay, so we're going to put as I want to be proper. Oh. Hang on a second. I'm going to put my mic down just for a second, just so that I can type this. Okay, there we go. So now we got the Discord live and popping. And I guess I'll actually just go ahead and show it off, shall we? So basically this is how I got it set up. The Discord is set up so, you know, we can feature call-ins. and basically have the idea behind Guardian Talk Radio is actually to be a platform for everybody to express their opinions and stuff like that in a good manner, I guess you would say, not people being toxic and shit like that, just so it ends up being like this whole echo chamber. You know, we're really trying to stay away from that. So because I want to be able to hear everybody's opinion, I may be enjoying Solar 3.0, and I'm going to give kind of the brief idea of why I think people are kind of just jumping the gun to be able to get like to thinking that it's underwhelming versus the way it was in with Void 3.0. So, but if you have an opposite opinion than me, I'm all for it. Like, you could just tell me about it and we could discuss and have conversations, and that could be for just about any topic. It doesn't have to be just this one. So that's the cool part about this whole thing. And I really want to be able to grow this so that everybody can have an equal opportunity to, be able to speak. So be sure to hit that subscribe button so that way you could be a part of this whole charade I'm just doing in part-time, when it gets like close to bedtime, and but at the same time, I think, this is important. I really do, because do we really want to be able to just leave it up to like streamers and content creators that speak for us? How about actually having a way where you could speak for yourself? What a great idea. I mean, come on. And maybe at some point, maybe we could work it out where we can even set up like little debates here and there, and like two people that have opposite opinion, and this would also be like a neutral platform for those type of deals, and people can express their passion when it comes to Destiny 2. So, but here, let's before we really get into the nitty gritty, figure, do a little, I know here the past couple weeks, I think a lot of it has to do with the new season dropping. And yes, this is an excuse. All right, I'm going to give an excuse. I don't care. But kind of the reason of why I haven't streamed the past week, basically, just really diving into Destiny. And tonight I was thinking about, okay, I had 3 topics I really wanted to talk about, because tomorrow night I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream, to be honest, because I'm going out on the town tomorrow night with my oldest child and my wife, and we're gonna have a good time. However, if I'm able to do a show, that'd be great, and then I already got a topic. But my thing was like, do I really want to do just one topic, or should maybe I do 3? I don't know, because I was gonna have like 3 set up for you tonight, but unfortunately I was like, I don't know, because the third one I haven't really had a chance to delve into it personally, which is Iron Banner. I haven't played any Iron Banner yet. Like, I mean, I really haven't. I've never played Rift and Destiny 1, so like I really don't know what to expect. So that's kind of where I'm at when it comes to what's going on with Iron Banner. I've been seeing a lot of like negativity going towards it, I guess you could say, and since I haven't experienced it myself, I didn't really want it to be really a topic that we would discuss. And then also Crow being the next Hunter Vanguard, which seems pretty dope. But I kind of wanted to do all of that in one stream, but I figured let's start with Solar 3.0, play catch up, and just, you know, get a stream going. So anyways, I guess we'll I'll just come over here, just kind of just so that you could see all this, the prettiness. So we'll just kind of start the show now. My opinion when it comes to Solar 3.0 is I think I'm kind of at a point of it's actually not too bad compared to, like, I think I was kind of in this same place with even Void 3.0, and I think a lot of people are kind of just jumping the gun when they're talking about how they feel like Solar 3.0 is underwhelming. It's not like how it felt like for Void 3.0, but you have to remember that when it came to Void 3.0, it wasn't really until we had volatile rounds that actually, like, you get, when you picked up a well, like a void well, it would give you volatile rounds, and then all of a sudden you just got explosions going all over the place. They don't, unfortunately, we don't have something like that for solar necessarily, but here's the thing. When I was kind of looking at the artifact, once you get to that, I figure you're going to really get to that peak of what it's going to really be like. That peak of feeling of Solar 3.0 is when you finish the artifact, or at least you get to that final tier and you get those higher perks, or the higher mods, I should say. The higher mods, they're at the end of the artifact, and you start messing around with them, and then people can start making some crazy builds. I tell you what, the one where it drops solar wells like crazy, you can make a well build that's just constantly feeding you. Then you also have the mod that will make you radiant. Like anytime you pick up orb of power is what it's called now. I can still want to keep calling it orb of light, but anyways, I think that once you get to that point, then you're going to start seeing builds like really shining, which I'm pretty sure there's quite a few builds out by now. You know, it's a couple weeks in, and you got the people that make build videos, which are amazing, by the way. Thank you for any of you that are out there doing those. I have come across so many builds over the past few years because of you guys that make these just crazy builds. And I've come across some that were like my favorite, that I really enjoyed. Now, another thing that I feel like the reason why a lot of people feel like, you know, Solar 3.0 is not as awesome or dope as much as Void 3.0 is, was because it depends on which class you was. If you were a hunter, warlock, or a titan, I see a lot of people say, like, you know, when it comes to like warlocks and titans, except titans, there's builds out there that literally makes you like unkillable. Like, you're an invincible god. Like, it's nuts. You can sit there and just take damage like stupid. I don't know if that was just because of something broken or if that's actually a legit build. I just seen those and I thought it was crazy. But and I believe today, since it was the TWAB, that, you know, Bungie has pointed it out. You know, some of the fixes that they're going to be making was certain when it came to both the warlock and the titan. So there was a few things that they were going to be fixing with those. But anyways, and I believe, if I read it correctly, it's coming next reset. So next Tuesday, when they do their big hot fix, they're going to be fixing a lot of that stuff, or making changes. So be sure to look out for that. But anyways, I think a lot of it depends. Like, as a hunter, like, it wasn't all that bad, like, with the transition. But I did do some today. I actually reverted back to the void and did the kind of same setup. Like, I was running with like Wither Horde, the funnel web, and the sword from Iron Banner. You know, since it's void, I went kind of back to running that loadout, but with that loadout, it just didn't feel like it did last season because we didn't have that extra mod. Like, the only way that you can get volatile rounds, which made it so OP, was because you were able to pick up wells, but now it's like the only way you can get they still have volatile rounds, but the only way you can get them is if you get kills with grenade. So you basically have to have a build that synergizes with a grenade build, so you can literally just pop grenades left and right like crazy. If you have like if you're lucky enough to have a funnel web or any kind of weapon that's a void weapon, to be able to that has a demolitionist. If it has demolitionist, then you can actually do it. Then, you know, it really synergizes pretty okay. But it just didn't feel like it did last season, obviously. But it was actually not too bad, you know. But I ended up going back to solar because I feel like one of the things that I've noticed was when it came to, like, since the season is so solar heavy, especially when it comes to artifacts, I almost feel like you have to run solar. I mean, you don't necessarily have to, but I kind of feel like you kind of have to. So that was just kind of one of my thoughts on the situation. So I did end up going from void back to solar, just because it's like, well, I might as well take it in as much as I can, because next season we're going to be getting arc, you know, most likely. I'm pretty certain of it. Then I'm going to be wanting to run the arc subclass, because the artifact is going to be based off of that. So it won't be until we're in the second season, third season is going to be arc, and then the last season before the next DLC, then we're going to see something completely different. Like, it's not, I don't think it's going to lean just one way towards one subclass. Just right now, I kind of feel like I have to run solar just because of the current artifacts or the mods within the artifacts. So just kind of a little tidbit, you know, how I felt when it came to those things. I don't know if anybody else feels that same way, or but yeah, that's kind of my personal thoughts. Okay, hang on a sec. You can really tell I haven't talked like this in a minute. Whew. It's been crazy. So yeah, that's basically, you know, my thoughts. And besides that, I guess I could kind of go over a little bit else, whatever else is going on. When it comes to like, you know, the story, I'm actually enjoying the story, you know, just kind of really looking forward to the next one to see how the progress is. You know, since we kind of went with Crow and he kind of makes amends with, you know, oh sorry, spoiler alert if you're unaware, but he makes amends with the Aldrin, which isn't really Aldrin's off, because it's the weapon that is being used from the tower is what's projecting your inner thoughts, and you know, it's really just you that's projecting these things, and it just enhances all that stuff. So but Crow is having to basically work through that, and it's amazing to see. And then I guess we're going to see it through the other two, what's her face, and then from the Cabal, I can't remember her name off the top of my head right now, but and then also Zavala. I believe most likely what we're going to see over the next couple weeks is the kind of the same thing. They're just rotating the characters through, and they're kind of working out their stuff. Well, so you're going to kind of maybe see a pattern there. I don't know. I mean, that's just kind of a speculation on my end of what I think is going to become. But yeah, let me just check something right quick. Want to make sure everything is looking all right. Okay. Just want to make sure we got a good clean. Yeah, we got good clean, excellent conduction. All right. So we got that all set up. Cool. All right, all right. Cool. So everything is looking good on my end. So anyways, so yeah, we had, you know, Solar 3.0 come, and like I said, I think a lot of people are just kind of jumping the gun when it comes to the whole, it feels underwhelming. I think they're doing it too soon, because like even with Void, you know, I had this drive to be able to finish the artifact, or at least get to that end results of the artifact, so that way I can experience like the volatile rounds and having all that explosions and stuff. But you get to the end of the artifact again, you're going to experience all the craziness. It's like that. It's always been like that. Like if you really think about it, all the other seasons that we've had ever since we've had the artifact, we always had something that was crazy at the end, and that's what really made the whole thing shine. It was like that one mod that really brought it out. So I mean, you kind of have to look at it that way, in my opinion. You know, kind of give it time, if you know, until you get to the very end, so that way you can really get a good understanding and experience of it. But you know, I know I can get impatient sometimes, but I know I gotta get in there and grind. It's the same Bungie grind. So but I really enjoy it. Now I don't know how I want to go about this. You know what, I think I'm gonna save that for another. I got another video idea that I might do, but I'm kind of like, I don't know, but at the same time I kind of want to. It's one of those things, just to give you a little bit like, huh, like what are you talking about? That makes no fucking sense. What are you talking about, dude? So anyways, if you are just joining, thank you for joining us. We're, just here, talking about Solar 3.0. I'm asking the question if you feel like the English is hard. Solar 3.0 is underwhelming to you as of right now, depending on how far into the artifact you are, or if you've completed everything because you just no life the game this entire time. Good for you. But I'm just kind of, I guess, begging the question and seeing how people are really reacting to it. So I think it's really, I guess what I'm really wanting to bolt to is not, I don't want this to be all about my opinion. It shouldn't really just be about my opinion. I mean, of course I want to have what I think and all that good stuff, but I want to be able to express with other people. So I'm really trying to push myself to get to the point of where I can get myself to where I can start having an audience and everything like that, which is kind of like, I guess, the end result of this, because the show really does come alive and I want it to be more interactive here than anywhere else you can go. I want to find ways, not just what I got so far, but even later on, like to kind of get in, this is not DCP, this is not Last Word, this is not SNTR or whatever it is anymore. He don't do this no more, or at least for Destiny. But I wanted it to be more interactive and more enjoyable than any of them. So no shade thrown at anybody, just saying, no shade, but I want to be able to push the boundaries. I want to go where nobody else is willing to go except OnlyFans. I'm not doing that shit. All right, you can't make me do it. But yeah, that's kind of the way I look at it. All right, give me just a second. I want to take a little sippy sip. Oh yeah, yeah. You could just take a look at the black screen. Oh yeah. And if this is your first time here, hit that like, subscribe. Really, the likes, I'm not too overly worried about at this point. Mainly, I'm more working towards just get subscribers built up pretty good. Sitting at 58, which is pretty good, considering the little that I've done. Compared to a lot of other people. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm always trying to learn and trying to grow, and hopefully maybe one day I could do this full time, and I would love to be able to do this all day. Make this my job and I have to go to my job that I go to now. But that's a pipe dream at this point, as of right now. But it's still something that I'm going to pursue. I guess the idea behind it is I got to the point in my life where I'm pretty sure a lot of people can express the same way, but I got to the point in my life where it's like, man, I'm so sick and tired of hearing the alarm clock going off, and I'm having to get up, rush to get somewhere first thing in the morning and make somebody else a bunch of money, and I just get like a little bit, in return. And obviously, I have a family and I want to give the best that I can for them, but And something like this where I can it allows me to be creative, and that's kind of my personality. You know, I'm a very creative person in most parts, and I'm always willing to learn something new. And like, I'm able to basically build this entire stream the way I see fit, and I could try new things. So you might actually, if you start watching and you start coming in and you'll see this progress, you're going to see changes. Like, I'm still working on a thumbnail, like trying to get like the consistent look of a thumbnail, and maybe even try to think outside the box, try to outthink everybody, I guess. Like everybody else is, you know, try to set apart, stay in my lane, you know, and not try to cross lanes like with everybody else. And it's like, you know, I just want to stay in my own lane. So, and so you're going to end up seeing a lot of changes. Hell, even the name of the show might even change. Who knows? Like, you know, really, it was the Luke Cave podcast, and then I found that there was another channel that does it on YouTube, but they haven't done anything since, I think the last one was back in D1. And, you know, it's like, but now I gotta change it since I discovered this. It just kind of put me in a weird way. So I decided to come up with Guardian Talk Radio. And of course, there's someone else that put out Guardian Radio, which it's like, okay. So that might change. But you're still going to get the same platform. It doesn't matter if the name changes, the thumbnails change, you know, just I'm still experimenting at this point. You know, I'm still trying to see what works, see what kind of thumbnails work really well. So I might use this set of, like, the newest one today. You might see that for a little while, and then I'm going to kind of see how that synergizes and all that good stuff. But anyways, enough about me. That's that. I just figure I put that out there just a little bit. But yeah, like I said, Guardian Talk Radio, here for everybody, anybody and everybody that really enjoys playing Destiny. Or if you hate Destiny and you want to tell me about it, go for it. You know, I don't mind. That reminds me, there was a video I came across, right? And I kind of went down the same path that I did previously when I did my few videos, where I kind of, I guess, commented on their videos, but in my own way through a video, kind of expressing like how some people say a bunch of bullshit. Okay, but I did find one, and I'm kind of back and forth if I really want to do another one just like that, and it would be an entire stream. And the idea behind it is we could discuss it. I don't play their video. It's really just the audio, and I react to it. It's kind of like a reaction, but not really. And I kind of give my comments as I go. But anyways, I figure if I do that, I guess just get to the story. There's a certain YouTuber. He doesn't really cover Destiny like exclusively. He covers many different games. And I believe I watched a video of his prior, and it was actually a video of how he's not going to play Witch Queen. Like, he's just, I'm not doing Witch Queen. No. It's like, okay. I mean, good for you. But anyways, and then he just made another video, which obviously he's been playing, even though he said he wasn't going to. But he talked about how he just no longer satisfied with the game and yada yada yada. And it's like, okay, cool, I guess. But and he just wants to move on. So, and to make a really long story short, because I think it was like a 12-13 minute video, I can't remember, it could have been 11, but he basically goes through this whole tangent on how he doesn't want to play Destiny 2 anymore, which is fine. Like, go. No, like, do you. If you're no longer happy with the game, go. But you know, he goes off and he even gets to the point where he like, oh, I'm gonna delete all my characters. And it's like, yeah, you could delete your characters, but I mean, you could still throw all your stuff in the vault. And once you get to your last character, you try to delete. And once you do that, you have to create another character, so you're not really losing anything. Like, literally, you could just boot up later and just, you know, and just level up a character, you know, and just kind of go through the whole process again if you really, really wanted to. But okay, you know, but I think and there were some things that he was discussing that he felt like nobody's doing this, or, you know, and I'm just so sick of this. I don't understand why there are certain people that feel the need to do this. Like, if it's not something that you're really regularly doing, why announce it like that? It's like, I mean, you could start covering another game and be like, hey, you know, I'm just going to start covering this other game. I'm just done with Destiny. I don't want to play it anymore. Okay. And give your audience something different, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Now, I don't know what the guy's background is, but I've been seeing this a lot lately where people are just like, oh, I hate Destiny and all this other crap. And I was like, okay, cool story, bro. Like, really? I'm pretty sure his audience care a lot, but it was just one of those things for me. Like, I just don't understand why. Why make a big deal? Why go on this whole soapbox parade about how you're just so disgusted with Destiny on how they do things and their microtransactions and which I understand. I get the frustration when it comes to like video games putting in microtransactions. I was freaking out about it back when I was still on my PS3, and I noticed it highly in mobile games. Like, that was like the big thing, was microtransactions in mobile games, but it hasn't really hit the actual console games market. Like, not every game, not like how you see it today. And I was like, oh man, I really hope that video games that I enjoy playing on a console, I really hope that they don't start with the whole microtransaction bullshit. It's stupid. Why would you do that? Why would you spend money on it? And then, you know, then I became stupid and started spending money on it once I got to a game that I really enjoyed. But, you know, and I've made this argument prior. You know, Bungie does not do it the way like I've seen a lot of other games do it. There are other games out there that they'll actually, like, literally at the first thing you see as soon as you load into the game, microtransaction store, almost every time, guaranteed it. You know, I think it's worse. I've seen it worse mainly in free to play games, like any kind of game that's free to play. Boy, they are throwing that shit in your face. That's like the first thing you see. But in Destiny, it's like most of the stuff you could actually get with in-game currency. It's just on rotation, and you either wait, like a lot of those emotes, like a lot of new emotes, you either wait for them to come around, or you go ahead and spend some cash and get it now. Your choice. So yeah, that's just kind of one of my ordeals. Oh, and my favorite one was the whole Witch Queen this and Witch Queen that, which I kind of broke it down to, well, you kind of have a point when it's like, which it's always the same thing being said. Excuse me. But that, well, you only purchase this DLC sight unseen, which is not true. It's not like you don't know a damn thing about what's going on, especially before you pre-order, before the damn DLC drops. I think this season was the one and only time we didn't get shit until like the day before. Like literally the day before. Like we weren't even going to get a trailer until the day of. So that being said, you don't have, like, I broke it down to like, okay, I figured I did the math, and I also did like, I showed off how if you want to wait, there's nothing wrong with that. Let's say I want Witch Queen, but I don't want to buy all the DLCs and all this other crap, or the should I say seasons. I want to keep that all separate. More power to you. Great. If you want to wait. And guess what? 2 weeks, you get the actual DLC to drop. So within those 2 weeks, you could be waiting on a paycheck. You could be, you want to make it like, I want to make sure I want to spend my money on this, which would be, I think what it was like, oh, what I $30, $40. I think it was like a $30. I think that's what it was. $30 for Witch Queen. I'm probably wrong. I apologize if I'm wrong. But you could wait 2 weeks. And within those 2 weeks, like I said, you could be waiting on your paycheck. You could be researching it, watching all the streamers and content creators that are pumping out videos every single damn day about Witch Queen. Like, you will literally, there shouldn't be anything that you're missing. Now, if you're like, well, but I don't want the spoilers. Okay. Like, I don't know what to tell you then. Like, okay, you don't want to drop $100. Okay, you don't have to. You can wait 2 weeks and you get the expansion after the 2 weeks. Yeah, you'll be behind versus your buddies that pre-ordered. That's something that's something that you have to work out, like, on your own. But it does give you a good amount of time. Now, could you say, well, Bungie can make it sooner, like the day of? Like, yeah, I could see that. I could see someone making that argument. Like, the expansion itself, the DLC for Witch Queen, could have been dropped on the day of that it drops, that you could purchase it for that $30. Okay, I can see that. Sure, we can make that argument. But when I did the math and you did everything separately, from what I paid to what you would pay if you, let's say you bought Witch Queen separate, you wanted to wait, and then you could buy the seasons, which you could buy the seasons day of. I'm pretty certain of that, because that's how I used to do it. I didn't buy the big bundles for $100. I think Witch Queen was like the only one that I've done that with personally. That's just me. But when it came to the seasons, I would wait, and I would grab up the 2000 silver and purchase the season right then and there on the first day it dropped. But let's say you don't want to wait, or you want to wait because you want to see what's going on, to see if you may even like the season. So you watch some of your favorite streamers, and then you can make that determination on yourself, you know? So could Bungie make it where it's more available, like day of? Which the only reason why I'm saying it was 2 weeks is I was going off the date that PlayStation posted, showing that it was available as of this day. Could I be wrong on that? I could be. If you were able to purchase just Witch Queen alone, which I'm pretty sure you were able to. I feel like I'm pretty solid on that. My memory might be just going away from me on this, but because I remember like the different bundles you had, like I pre-ordered the everything, you know, when it came to like the 30th anniversary and all that good stuff. But when it came to like everything else, like the what was it, deluxe, I believe, where you get at least Witch Queen in the 4 seasons, and then you can have the other one. I think you were able to purchase Witch Queen. I can't remember. Definitely we'll keep that in mind when we come up to the next season, kind of get a better idea, or we can kind of go off it a little bit better. But yeah, if it was, I guess my biggest point is to instead of just rambling on over nothing, I guess if it was, you know, you had to wait 2 weeks, you were forced to wait 2 weeks versus maybe I'll just wait a day and then I just want to purchase Witch Queen, I don't want the seasons. I believe you could do it that way, but if not, you just wait the 2 weeks. But I mean, yeah, you can make the argument that that's a little long, and people don't want to wait that long if they do end up wanting to purchase Witch Queen. But I just love the narrative, how people think that it's like, oh well, I'm having to purchase this blind or you're going to punish me. Like, okay, just like I'm not sure, I don't know what the whole situation is with the dungeons being sold separately. I believe, if I can remember correctly, I looked this up a while back, and only like, what was it, 2 to 5% of the community was actually participating in dungeons. I mean, overall, the entire community, it was more people were actually participating in Gambit than they were on dungeons, like the previous ones before the Grasp of Avarice dungeon. So I guess maybe that could have been one of the reasons why Bungie made that. So anyways, I do apologize if you're just joining and I'm going off this tangent about something completely different other than Solar 3.0. This is your first time here, welcome to Guardian Talk Radio. This is kind of my way of, you know, the title, you know, to bring people in, and we do discuss that topic, but it's, think of it as like a starting thing. It's the lead topics to kind of get us into the door. And then, you know, I'll go off like either, you know, hopefully one day we'll have conversations and it will go off on some completely different than what actually the main topic is. And I figured, you know, streaming for almost an hour at this point. So, I figured, you know, maybe kind of fill the void a little bit with other stuff. I wouldn't mind doing like 3 topics, like I was saying prior, but I feel like it's not really if I would have enough time to be able to mow through all 3, since, you know, if I'm here talking just to myself, then yeah, the streams only last about an hour. And really, I don't have much of opinions on a whole lot of stuff anyways. I mean, I'll have opinions, but it's not like really like anything significant or dramatic or anything like that. I just kind of put it out there how I feel, but really the main idea is really to get the audience's opinion of how they feel about the certain situations when it comes to the game. Really it's more focused on you guys, not really how I think. I mean, I'll give my opinion, but that's not the main focus. That's not the focus here. So, but I hope you enjoy yourself here, and at any time you're more than welcome to hit me up in chat. Actually, let me make sure. I'm pretty sure I'm okay on this. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Let's see. I should put it on that. I thought that was already set up, but no. So, anyways, you can at any time chat in the live chat, hit me up, we'll have conversations. If you want to be a part of the show at some point, go ahead and get into my Discord. I do have a leveling system, and the way to get within that leveling system, you go to the house rules, read the house rules. Very simple, not dramatic. Here, I'll even show you what the house rules are. Very, very easy. Let's see. Okay, very easy. Rules: be cool, no illegal shit, and no drama. This is not high school. And I continue. If you fail to follow the rules or decide to be a troll/problem, you will be banned or earn a role that will not be reversed. Which people, if you end up with that role, you'll probably end up just leaving. So it really doesn't matter. But the way to be able to go up in levels is really just interacting in the chat, just chatting it up, talking to people. I got different chat rooms. Hell, I even got LFGs for people, voices for if you want to put a team together, so you can have people in there. So there's like fire team LFG and PvP LFG. I made it simple, so if it's PvE or PvP, which I'm probably going to change it to PvE LFG and have PvE and PvP, just have a little bit of both. So anyways, there's the house rules. You get in here. I got a chat room for like just chill chat. Everybody could just chat. I got some people in here. It's been kind of empty for a while, but I also got memes. People put memes in here, and this could also at some point grow at one point. This is the radio chat. If people want to come in during the show, and this is where I'll send most of my focus at. I may delete this part. I'm not really sure. Probably just have but kind of have it separated, so like while the show is going, you have a way to still type while you're listening into the show. So, and the reason why I have it set up like this is so that you can also enjoy listening to the show on Discord, and you'd be able to turn your phone off if you're listening on your phone. Let's say you're working and lurking, and and you just want to listen in and listen to all the conversations, and you don't have YouTube Prime or Premium, should I say, and it doesn't kill your phone. So that being said, hit that sub button. Now if you're really crazy and you're just outside your mind, you can hit that bell notification, but that is at your own risk, okay? I'm not liable for anything if you press that button, but I do encourage the subscription button, and give me a like if you like. If not, hit the dislike. Doesn't matter, either or. It lets me know. So yeah, and I'm telling you, once we get to that point, we have a Guardian Talk Radio, and you look at some of my previous shows, they actually, were a little more alive when I had somebody to talk to. It was not just me just talking to myself. So, okay, let me check everything. Everything's looking all right. All right, cool. So, anyways, now if at any point the Discord chat or the Discord link in the description does not work, be sure to let me know. I'll make sure to get that fixed. Last I knew, it was still working, but if not for any reason, hit me up, say something, be like, Arma, you need to fix the link, I can't get into the Discord. So, and also, if you happen to know anybody that you think that would enjoy being a part of this charade, then be sure to send them this way and let them know that Arma sent you. Now, and like I said, when it comes to like when it comes to the show, you're going to may see some changes. I've actually had to reset up this whole thing, the whole OBS, a couple times because my PC wants to crap out on me every once in a while. It'll do something weird and just, want to like shut shit down and crash and all that crap. And then I have to, I'm still learning like the whole PC thing. This is like my first PC in my life that I've ever owned. I've never owned one in my life. So this is still a new learning process for me, but I'm working the kinks out, YouTube really helps out a lot. So thanks to everybody that I've watched YouTube that's taught me many different things. Y'all are great. You're lifesavers. I'm telling you. So, all right. I'm actually gonna switch over to this screen, and I'll keep the show up in the Discord at this point. But since there's nobody in there, we've already discussed everything. Just leave it up, see what happens. If somebody happens to hop in and we may have a conversation, we might actually have ourselves a show. After almost an hour into the show, we'll finally get somebody or something. Yeah, but that's all right. If anything, to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, this whole thing is actually a learning process. So it's not going to grow overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day, so you can't rush progress. But I believe in this. I really do. I believe that Guardian Talk Radio is going to be epic at some point. It's going to be better than DCP, no shade. Better than Last Word, no shade. I think they're all great. I've listened to all of them. You know what? I'm going to say this. Fuck it. I'm going to say this. Okay, excuse my language. I do apologize. This is probably this. Okay, fuck it. I'm just going to say it. SNTR. All right. When I tried avoiding that person. Like so fucking hard. Lono gets on my nerves sometimes. I really have no opinion or anything about the whole situation that he was involved in when it came to his stuff. Really, it sounds like he put himself in a position that he really should have just kept himself out of, and just wants to point fingers to everybody else and disregard anything that he's ever done. He's not the kind of guy I could see myself ever hanging out with. And from what I understand, he's too high class for me to be hanging out with anyways. You know, he didn't exactly, you know, crawl his happy ass out of the mud. I don't really give a damn what he says. But I'll tell you a quick story about that journey. When I was starting this show, I wanted to find another similar show that kind of did the exact same thing, you know, and take some inspiration and see how other people are doing it, kind of get the vibe, you know. The idea came and I was like, how do I do it? How do I properly do this? And it was back when he played Destiny and he was still talking about it daily, and I came into one of his streams and he was just negative all the fucking time. And like, well, at the get-go, as soon as I drop in, he's just like very negative, and I'm just like, I don't need this, so I move on. And then he starts popping up in my recommendations, and I'll pop in. And then I got kind of curious and then started listening into his the whole situation. So really it was more of like a drama thing. So I would listen in. And then like I kind of sympathized with the guy at first because I didn't know anything about what was going on with him or anybody else on the other side. But I'm sitting here just like, okay. And then, you know, when you let somebody just talk all the time, and he did that for 6 to 7 hours a day, Monday through Friday, like just on schedule, you kind of get an idea about that person, and you start noticing how he sees the world around him. And I at first I was sympathizing with him, and then eventually I was just like, wow, what a fucking dick. Like, this is how you treat your audience? Like, I could care less what he's got to say anymore. But it's all good. It will be one day, brother, one day. Yes, it will, Chris. That's my hero right there. He's always been my hero. Oh man, that is the GOAT, Chris the GOAT, man. Oh, well, I'm saying I hope he sticks around a long time. But anyways, kind of wrap it up. You know, I wanted to I think that was really the drive, is like I wanted to be better than him. I wanted to set a better example than that person, because that person just irritated the living shit out of me, and that's the sad part. So what's up, bro? I miss playing together. Yeah, I miss playing together, bro. I apologize about the last time. I think I sent you an invite or something like that, but it was last Friday, and I was actually trying to get you in the stream, but maybe that was the reason why you didn't join, because you didn't want to be on stream. But I'm gonna try to do, like, you know, where I just kind of play Destiny on Friday nights, kind of like Friday night game night, you know, type of thing. So but yeah, and I'm gonna be pretty much free all this weekend, so definitely need to get some more Destiny time in and just really grind it out. I want to get to the end of that artifact, dude. I want to feel the entire power that the new Solar 3.0 has to offer. Excuse me, sorry. Man. But yeah, anyways. Now I tell you what, I'm gonna make that boy my mod at one point. I'm gonna make Chris my mod. He's gonna be in charge of all ya. That's my attack dog too. Don't make me sick him on you. Nah, I'm just kidding. But anyways, oh, I guess you know, there's really not much else to say. You know, besides, you know, things are seeming to look pretty good. I think one of the things I guess I could point out is next season, definitely, you know, really looking forward to Arc. But I think the season after is really when it just comes together, you know, it all molds together like a beautiful woman, you know. It just hits that spot, right? So I'm just thinking, like, once you get all the classes all set up at their 3.0 spot, you know, stasis, arc, solar, and void, get all those together, man, boy, could you imagine what we would be able to accomplish and how it's all going to feel. And now, to be honest, I tether all day every day. I love tether. It's just, unfortunately, when it comes to, you know, the current season, like I was saying before, it feels like the season really just kind of pushes you to, almost forces you into using Solar 3, you know, the new Solar subclass, or the new Solar subclass setup. English is hard. But I think in the next season we'll have Arc, and it's going to be the same exact story. It's just going to be different shit, but I think it's going to be amazing, and I'm really looking forward to it. Excuse me, Jesus Christ, I better not be getting sick. I'm gonna be mad. Okay, we're gonna take a look. Yeah, buddy. All right. But yeah, so I think that's it's really going to come together when it comes to the last season of Witch Queen. Hopefully the mods that we will obtain will synergize more, I guess, towards weapons. Kind of a lot like what was it, a season of the Splicer, I believe, during the Beyond Light DLC. You know, that's when we had oh, what was it called? Breach and Clear, I believe that's what it was called. That was freaking epic. I love that mod. Oh man, Bungie, please, for the love of RNG biz, please bring back that mod. That was so good. I loved it so much. But, or at least like have some, like, you know, I think it would be really cool, like an activity idea to have, like, I don't know, like a horde mode where you could get loot, like something completely separate that's not PvP, Gambit, or anything like that. Just a freaking horde mode, kind of like, you know, just it goes ape shit, and all the old mods are you would be able to use, or something like that. Like you'd be allowed to equip those older mods that were like just fan favorites, and really just brought everything together. I would love that. That would be so cool. But I that would take, like, you would have to put together an entire team, and who knows what that will break. I mean, hell, Telesto breaks everything. It's like Banshee. As soon as Telesto gets into Banshee's hand, all of a sudden people are crashing games, you know, when they try to get close to Banshee, trying to interact with him. And it's like, who would have thunk? There's Telesto again. So, but yeah, let's just say I'm enjoying the season. I'm looking really forward to seeing how my builds really come together. Typically I guess really just one build. I really don't like just mess around, like I don't divert too much. Once I get to that point of like it's just crisp, it's just there, just chef's kiss, ready to go, and I will stay on that. And then it is just that's when Destiny becomes the most addicting to me, is when I find that synergy with my build and it just works and I love it. Like right now, feeling pretty good, but it needs a little extra spice. All right, and I'm working my ass off to get there, sort of, you know, for like an hour or two. And at the same time, while I'm playing, my daughter is trying to like sit in my lap so she can watch, and it's like back and forth the whole damn time. Hell yeah, bro. Yes, Chris. We need to get some Destiny play going. We need to get in there. It needs to happen. I'm game. Hell yeah, bro. Oh shit. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, I mean, if anybody else got it, Chris, how are you feeling about Solar 3.0? Tell me, or anybody else that may be watching this stream, how are you feeling about Solar 3.0? Do you feel like Solar 3.0 is underwhelming? Is it overwhelming? Or it's all right, it's not bad? I want to know what y'all think. It's not about me. I want to know what y'all think. It's okay, don't be shy. I ain't gonna bite unless you ask me to. I'm just kidding. Oh no, we'll save that for another one. I know we discussed about the 3 topics. I don't know if I really want to go down that road just yet. Maybe at one point, you know, when we get once this show really starts taking off, and I think it's going to. I can feel it. I can see it. Like the more the more active I'm doing it, the more I do more often that I'm, you know, actually doing it. It just, I could see it happening. I could just see it. The numbers go up, and if I'm consistent, that's the key. Consistency. And I want to make it Monday through Friday. It's like, I just need to learn. All right, Destiny, I gotta put you down. I gotta talk about you. I gotta get online, and I gotta go live on YouTube, here at Guardian Talk Radio, and talk about Destiny. So I need to find that balance, you know. It's like just working all day. I feel like shit or something, and I come home, I just want to play the game. And then it's like, oh shit, it's 8 o'clock. I want to do my show in an hour and a half. I just need to just kick it into fucking gear and just get in there and do it. Just do it. I guess Chris is going to be shy. It's okay, Chris. It's all right, brother. I get you. I got you. But anyways, like I said, if you're just joining us, welcome to Guardian Talk Radio. I hope you subscribe, and I hope you hit that like button. And if you're crazy, you know, if you like to live on the wild side, you can hit that bell button. But I'm not responsible for anything that happens afterwards, just so you know. So that's on you. All right, if you hit the bell button, I encourage the subscription button. And you can give me a like, dislike, it don't matter, either or. But that bell button, that's on you. Sorry for screaming in the mic. I do apologize. Especially if you're wearing headphones and I just scared the piss out of you. I do apologize. Maybe I'll do a little more like ASMR and I could just whisper. I am not doing that. I'm sorry, I can't. I couldn't even keep a straight face. Can you tell? I mean, this is my happy face. I'm actually smiling. But anyways, and I also have a Discord, so if you want to be a part of the Discord, and we have featuring call-ins and all that good stuff, if you're not already in the Discord, be sure to head into the Discord, and let's bring that motherfucker up to life. I want to bring that alive, and you know, we can start getting people in on the conversations, not just me just talking to myself. That's no fun. That's boring as fuck. I'm boring as fuck by myself. It's a lot better if I could get somebody else to come in here and actually have a conversation with me. That's all it is. That's all you gotta do. No pressure or anything. But if the link does not work for any reason, be sure to let me know. And it's like, again, it's in the description, just down there. It's down there. And I do appreciate you if you made it this far into the show, watching it in the past broadcast. You too are the GOAT. So, and I really do appreciate you as well. So I can't forget about the folks afterwards, because the video will get tens and tens of views. It's amazing, and I'm just excited for it. I love it. So, let me see here. You know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm exiting the queue. I am shutting that's gone. No more. All right. You're cut off. Your cutoff time for call-ins has just expired. That's a double negative. Why you're cut off? It's just expired. You are cut off, sir, or ma'am, or whatever. Guardian. You know, I'm just gonna call you everybody Guardian, or G's. Maybe I'll just call you all G's. That would be awesome. So, anyways, kind of wrap up the show a little bit. I mean, I've been here for, you know, about an hour 20 almost, and you know, and I would love to make this show last like 2-3 hours long. Hell, I would love to do this all day as a job. That would be nice, but that's way down the road. We ain't nowhere close to that. So, but hang on. Okay. But anyways, the more that we could get, I really would like to see my goal is for the show is I really want to get the channel itself. My first goal is to get to 100 subscribers and hopefully, you know, some regulars. And there are many different options that you can have. You can either hit me up in the live chat. You know, we'll go on it back and forth like just me and Chris just did. And Chris is the GOAT. You know, he's the #1 GOAT because he's been here. He's like the most current, most active person that watches the show, which is awesome. So he's very appreciated. But you can interact with me in the live chat, or you can interact with the show in the Discord. You can listen in or while the show is going live. Or you can also go and be a part of the show. Now, like I said before, you gotta get up into the ranks, which is all it is just chatting. It's automatic. You know, as you're chatting in the Discord, you're going to go up in rank. That's my way to be able to keep it free for you. It doesn't cost you a dime in order to be a part of this, where anybody could be a part of it. The only people we want to keep out is the drive-by trolls that just want to swing in and blur out a bunch of bullshit during the show because they want to show their asses, which is dumb. You know, because they want their like 15 seconds of fame. But but I want to keep it I want to keep this show as free as possible, that it doesn't cost you to have anything. Now I understand that, you know, YouTube has like memberships, and they just rolled out like gifted members, kind of like what Twitch does here as of recent. I am not sure if that's for like all. I think that's for all, like if you're actually partnered with YouTube, but that's not my focus. My focus right now is to build an audience with you guys and really build an actual show that people are going to enjoy, and to be able to hear the different people that are out there that love and enjoy playing Destiny. Hell, even if you hate Destiny for some reason, you are also welcome here. Just all I ask is don't be a dick. All right, and that goes for everybody. You know, don't be a dick. All right, come in, chill, have a good time, you know. And if you want to you know, express your opinion, negative or positive, it doesn't matter, about the game itself, you know. And maybe later on down the line we'll do even debates. So it's like a one-on-one, this person, let's say Chris versus whoever else that decides that they want to, you know, do it, have the debate, and then maybe we'll host that as well at some point, you know, just kind of give an example. And there's other ideas that are in the pipeline, but that's later. You know, I don't want to try to stretch myself too thin so that there's so much going on. So anyways, I do appreciate anybody and everybody that is currently here, and all of you that are watching in the past broadcast. It's good to have you here, but we are coming up to the end of the show. We're an hour and 22 minutes and 44 seconds into the show. And hopefully maybe one day we'll the show could last a little bit longer, you know, and that's what I'm really rooting for. Anyways, until I see you Guardians again, you stay classy and you stay safe out there.